So right now we're just gonna get a feel for it. So I'll break it down a little bit. I won't gesture it out too much. So we have a character, right? That character is gonna stand along this line right here. Near the top of this line, let's say we want to put the shoulders, okay? About like that much. And near the base of this line, we want to put the hips. Okay? So we got our eye shape right here. That's why homie is our boy. You guys are silly. Oh my god. Alright, yeah, so, alright. He officially is winning, son. Alright, so, I can't. You guys are ridiculous. Alright, so I'm gonna, let's say this is the overall gesture, right? So from here to here, it's actually gonna be like a triangle type shape. It's like this is going from the, if you look at, like, if you break down a model, it makes kind of like a triangle shape right here. Because like it goes from the shoulders to the crotch and back up to the other shoulder, right? So it's like this V shape. And then as for the hips, you could like start somewhere near the middle of the line, like maybe here. Or a little lower than that. And then you could go here with this triangle there. And we got two triangles, look at that, see? That is like super, super duper basic, right? Then, we know, let's see, I want to put the leg right here. So I showed you guys this a couple times. I do like this lightning bolt thing with my legs. So something like this. I try to like get the right proportions here. This leg I want to move a little forward, so I'm gonna make that thinner, probably like right there. And then for the feet, I'm gonna use like these triangle boys, right? Okay. And you can do the same thing for the arms too. So if you want to start here at the edge of this, you can go like this. And like that. So you probably go a little lower. Probably like right there. Same for this side. So look at that. We got a lightning bolt character, right? Save this, please. And let's say for the head, I want the head to be like tilting a little bit, maybe over here. So I'm gonna make a line, not that long right there. And I'm gonna make like a V shape where the chin's gonna be. Just for now, I'm gonna refine this a little bit later, but I'm just trying to get like an idea of the placement, you know? Where I want all the parts and whatnot to go. Just like that. So you can start with a circle, you can do a circle like that. Or you could just like feel it out. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so we got a basic character, right? This is the really baseline. For like anatomy or a pose. I can actually put like a triangle here for these hands. I think these, so this is important. So like pay attention to this. So you see how I got this? I'm looking at it from a distance right now, and I'm already noticing that these legs look a little too short compared to the arms. This is the stage where you want to actually like get your building blocks and your materials right. You want to actually like tweak at this stage to make sure it looks proportionate. So if you look at this, even if you have to walk away for a minute, so like if you have to walk away, go for a run, a jog, or do something, leave it like this. And then come back and look at it and ask yourself, like, does this look proportionally accurate? So if I'm looking right here, these arms look really long compared to the legs, right? So that's a little weird, right? So once I see that, I could go back and I'll make an update. So let's say I want the leg to be like more here. I put the knee down here. So then probably have to shrink it a little bit, right? And then we'll put that foot back right there. And then for this side, we'll drop that down a little bit. Put this foot back here, right? So if you look at that now, doesn't that look a lot better? It looks a lot more proportionate, right? So again, if you need to like take a step back, look at it, make sure everything looks peachy. It has to be only triangles. It forces you to make decisions. Exactly, CT. Exactly. So then, if I start like filling this out a little more, like with the thighs here, with this triangle, look at that. And this one here. Another triangle here. I'm making very, very precise, to the point decisions, right? That's why triangles are really helpful, because like you're not doing like those weird curvy structures to like, you're kind of getting an idea of like, oh, I think this might be like this, I think this might be like this, you know what I mean? It's not filled with uncertainty. Instead, when you use triangles and like those hard shapes, you are like, there, that is what I want. You see what I mean? Like, I want this, that, I want this, that. You're commanding that art to like conform to what your vision is, right? This is what I want. You will submit. So look at that. So now it's forcing me to make those decisions, right? Oh my god, her organs. Don't you ever draw with circles. I love Ethan Becker. let me tell you, don't you ever draw with circles. Right, so like, look at that. You see that? So this is pretty good, right? This looks pretty good in terms of like building blocks, right? Once you get these building blocks in place, then you can start like messing with that other stuff and like start to be a little more flowy with it, I guess. Because you want to fill out that's when you want to fill out the shapes and like all the curves and stuff like that. So what you can do is, organs went bye-bye. Who needs organs anyway? Don't you ever draw from imagination. Alright, so now that I got that, right? Now I can start doing all this other fancy stuff where I can like start connecting these bits. So like, you know your shoulder is like rounded, right? Excuse me. Round that boy right there. Feel out that the top part of the arm right there. Same here. And see this part jets out where the elbow is? Go out there and swoop right down there. Look at that. Dreamy MIA, hello. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you are having a wonderful Sunday. And even in this step, you can still be like decisive and swift with it, because it helps you. Oh my god, excuse me. It definitely helps with the decision making on it. You're saying, yes, this is what I wanted. This is what I planned. I wasn't unsure here. This is what I planned to happen. You know what I mean? And like, it's subtle, but when people look at your art, they could tell. Like, they could tell if you were like decisive in certain parts. They could feel the energy in it. They may not know exactly why, or they may not be able to explain it either, but you generate that subconscious feeling in people when you do that kind of stuff, right? You want to give off the vibe with your art that, like, yeah, I know what I was doing here. I did this on purpose. You know what I mean? Oof, who needs organs? Right. It's like air. Who needs air to breathe? I don't need no air. You can't make anything professional until you've seen professional. Yeah, Ethan Becker has a lot of good Ethanisms. He's a great guy. Air is overrated. Like, psh, for real, bruh, for real. So I'm not gonna go like super in depth with like muscles and individual muscles and all that stuff and everything. I'm just trying to give you guys like an overview. So this line, we can actually make a little oval here if you want to like imagine like the depth of like where like the legs and stuff. You can do this with the arms too. But this section right here, this is the top section where the ribs and stuff would be, right? Then you got the stomach right here. We all are welcome to the club. Bruh, I am struggling with drawing anatomy, so this is really helpful. I'm glad it's helpful. I'm glad I could help you out. But remember, see how we had like that line that came and cut down here to where the crotch was? We can continue that down here like that, right? Continue that down here like that. And then we could use that to like link into the legs. Just like that. We know our knees are right here, right? Same for over here. Probably a little low right there, so I'll probably up this a bit right here. Going along with that shape that triangle shape that we set in place already. Since this leg is more forward, more of this side is going to be visible, so I'm going to step that out a little bit. And then we go down to where our triangle foot was. You can make our triangle here. So an easy way to do this right here, you could make a triangle for the foot. Kind of like a off-center triangle, so it's like that. And then what you can do is when you get that triangle, you can make a little oval right here. A small one, and that'll be like where the toes are. And what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to get like the overall feel for the shapes and everything, you know? You can go to this leg back here. Same right here, so we got that triangle. I'm gonna hide it back here. And then we'll do that oval here for the toes. Just like that. But for men, big triangle, little triangle. Big triangle, little triangle. What's anatomy? Hey, John Boy, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. So yeah, anatomy, we're just going over like, anatomy is just basic human form, you know, like the basic human or anatomical makeup, I guess. I never actually looked at the actual definition for anatomy. But right now we're going over human anatomy, which is like the building blocks of like the shape of the human form, you know? So if you look at that, and we take off our other layer from before, see? And for you, my bro, homie. So JD, he actually brought this technique into the chat. So this is what I'm gonna say, cause like, it's really good to learn from multiple different people, and this is how I like learn from you guys too. JD showed me this thing where you draw like a heart. So say if you start up here where the chin is, or like where the spine is, you make a heart. So I'll lighten this up, lighten that up. Let me use this color. Start here, you make a heart. Just like that. And then once you break that down, you could just like stop. You can stop the line right there. You don't even have to go any further. You just stop right there, curve this under here. You stop right there. Don't draw this line right here. You start right here. Draw this other curve. And you stop around right here. And you take that heart off. Whoops. probably drop this down a little bit, actually. But you want to like keep intact like that teardrop shape, right? Because boobs aren't like this, right? They aren't like straight circles like that, right? They're actually more of like a teardrop, right? Because you have to keep in mind like the gravity, right? It's pulling them down. So in reality, it's more of like this kind of shape. Right? Like something like that, right? The teardrops. Let's see. Welcome back, Percival. Can you link this after? Can you link this later on Discord, please, V? I want to try this a bit. Doing Earthbender character, but I didn't know how to get the pose right. Okay, yeah, I'll post this up. I want to actually do like formal tutorials at some point too, so I know I keep saying it, but I'm actually like leaning more into like figuring out like the logistics of putting that stuff together. So it's underway. It's underway. But friends call me Pars. Okay, I'll call you Pars. I think we're good friends. Yes, I am. I do the same thing. It's very helpful. Yeah. No one can draw upside down heart pretty. Fake news. Cries in not being able to draw upside down heart. If you can't draw it upside down, you could just like draw it you can draw it up right side up. Right? And then you just flip it. Flip that boy. If you're doing digital art. If you're doing traditional, I'm not really sure. Unless you have like some tracing paper. Oh, power went down? Oh no. Balloon is how I picture it. I saw that too. You can do like a water balloon. I think I've seen this over on Pinterest a couple times, but it's like a water balloon that's just like sagging on the table like this. That's definitely a way you could do it. Bruh, you Jesus. No. Nah, Jesus is chilling in the other room. Just realized I never put anything in the introduction area. Oh, really? I mean, I think we know you well enough now. Flip the paper upside down and draw the heart. You're way too pure. What? As pure as water. So that's how you draw titty. I did promise to do like another boob tutorial, so. But yeah, once I have this, then I can start flushing all of this out. Let me see. I'm gonna lighten this up. Lighten this up. And that's when you can like just go in. And now that we have our structure and everything like that, we can just go in and do what we need to with like lines or whatever we're trying to do, you know? Also, it's always good to flip the canvas. Because you want to make sure that your drawing looks good in both orientations. Another thing to call out, the treatment with the collarbone here. So like a good way to like see where that's going to be is like follow the shoulder blade right here. See that? And this, at this point, you have to keep in mind like different like muscles and how the parts are like what's it call it? Just like presented and drooped or stuff. And see, another thing, what helps out with doing the heart technique and drawing the torso ahead of time, you can find this point, I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, you can find this point in the torso where it reaches up to the underarm right here. And then you cut that off where the boobs are. That way it gives you like that drooping motion right here. I like that. Actually, you can pull that back a little bit right here. But yeah, like that. Big brain toast. Yeah, my info told me... Wait. Damn it, power went out. I'm struggling trying to load the stream. I'll link it, homie. No worries, dude. Infecto LT. Hey, man. I discovered you just now. We'll be checking out your YouTube vids. Looks like you got a lot of stuff there. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Infecto. Good to see you. Glad to have you here. Welcome to the community. Yeah, keep an eye on the YouTube. I'm definitely going to have like a lot of different tutorials and stuff, like actual formal tutorials over there at some point. But just bear with me a little bit. I'm trying to figure out like a good way to like convey all of that, I guess. I don't know. I told them to never flip my art because it looks hideous. Okay, put my junk in the introductions area. Okay. Nice and nice. Oh my god. You sure what? You sure that ain't shit? What's good, bro? What's going on, Wolf of Water? How you doing, man? First time dropping in on the stream of yours. Good to see you. Right now, I'm just like going over some anatomy, teaching peeps how to, like, you know, structure stuffs. Honestly, the majority of our streams over here are just like teaching. Just waking up here, getting on your morning. Just waking up here in LA, getting my morning. Nice. Well, welcome to the waking world, my friend. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday so far. Starting that day off right. I gotta go. Dad's turning the Wi-Fi off. Okay, Percival, take it easy, man. Alright, I'm gonna head to YouTube after this. Okay, Toast. Getting ready to pack a bowl. You mean like a bowl of food? Okay, so I'm not gonna finish the whole thing, but you guys get the gist for the anatomy, right? I know homie wanted me to like do shading for the boobies, so I will do shading. It's gonna be black and white though. So, if your light source is up here, you want to keep in mind the majority that is going to be seen, or the majority that the light is going to hit, is going to be like all of this right here, right? You have to think of this as like a plane, right? At its most basic, that's all like a plane. So if you keep that in mind, you can start with getting into your shadows and stuff like that. It might be easier actually if you started working with your shadows first and then working with your light first and then do shadows. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. Since I know how to like do it now, I usually just go in and do it. But if you are just starting out, what you could do is you could like cover all of this. I'm just gonna do this one section. So you cover all of this, right? With your color. And then what you can do is you can get like your opacity and you can like sculpt it out. So going along with this shape right here. See that? And keep in mind this is like jetting out a little bit because it's in 3D space, right? So you can sculpt your shapes out like that. Same for this side. Just keep in mind like that teardrop shape, right? Sculpt that up. So I can actually fix this a little bit right here. And then put a little more of this here. But then you have to remember the rest of the plane for the chest, right? So you can actually like clip all of that and go up about this far. So you're trying to feel it out. It's basically sculpting. Like I said, you're sculpting it all out, trying to get a feel for all the shapes and everything, all the shapes in like the collarbone, chest, tendons and stuff, the neck, all that kind of stuff, right? And see, that's the base shading right there. Oh, sorry. Let me read more chat. Sorry, I'm missing, guys. I was making my breakfast. Oh, you're back? Welcome back, Marina. Hey, I was making my breakfast. Parzival, you're back too? Wait a minute. Oh yeah, your Wi-Fi is going away. Got me confused for a second. Wait, with what? You guys have two color. Wait, you guys have the color name. Wait, the color names? You guys have the color names? What do you mean the color names? Can you different angle for the boobs? What do you mean a different angle? What angle would you like to do it? You don't like this angle? You don't like the angle that I gave you? But what I'll do is like I'll blur this. And here. Just a bit. You can also cut out down here, you want to cut out so remember this shape, right? This is a curved shape, and remember the shadow that they're going to cast is going to be curved. So you can cut that out too, just like that. And like that. See what I mean? And you can even do a little bit of shading down here as well, or blending. But does this make sense? It's just like it's sculpting. It's basically sculpting. Let me see. Does God wear Tim's homie? What the heck are you guys talking about? A bowl of greens at LA is fine. A bowl of greens. Oh, like for like like a salad. Just the crimson sun behind all the. Oh my god, yeah, the fires. I hope you're doing well there. Man, that's crazy. I can't believe the drought out there. Are we talking about green beans or too basic, homie? Yo, basic. we I'll be blunt. Nice fun. Yeah. Homie, does this help? Is this a good enough boob tutorial for you guys? For like shading and stuff? If this is enough, I'm gonna move on, alright?